It's important obviously to hear the voices of people who work at NSFT, but it's just as important to hear the voices of our service users, their carers and their families as well. We need to understand what it's like to be on the receiving end of care at Norfolk and Suffolk, and really hear those voices to shape how we deliver care for the future so we can truly make it exceptional.
Through our journey, we were asked by the Trust to be part of the Trust strategy. We created a space for service users to get together, to focus on the strategic objectives and what this meant to them. And Tracy was a big part of that when it came to focusing on inspirational people. How did you feel when you were doing the project?
I'm honoured really. I've made friends, met some inspirational people. I've been involved in value-based recruitment interviews, quality and safety, and Feedback Friday, which means that I get the opportunity to go on the ward, and because I've got lived experience within the wards and my journey has helped me to help the service users to get across their messages as well.
Last autumn we held something called a big conversation, which was open to all of our staff, and it was really an opportunity for people to talk about their experiences of working at NSFT. So it was really important that we heard everyone's voices, making sure that everyone had an equal voice. Equality, diversity and inclusion really is at the heart of our people and culture objective, where staff really feel valued and treated as equals and can bring their whole selves to work. And it's only when we achieve that we can really deliver for our communities across Norfolk and Suffolk. The culture that we want to achieve at NSFT is one that's really just and is open and transparent, so people feel safe to speak up when things are going well, when things are going not so well, and they're really able to deliver that exceptional care because they feel motivated and they feel supported and they feel valued. These are not easy jobs to do, but everyone who comes to work at NSFT comes to do the right thing.
It allows individuals to be seen and respected. Names are very much attached to who we are as individuals. Names are also often linked to our culture. Pronouncing names correctly shows respect and signals inclusion. So through listening to the inspirational people at NSFT, the organisation has committed to the Name Coach project. So supporting every member of staff and their cultural heritage to be seen and heard.
The whole point of the Evidence Assurance Group is to have a look at the evidence. Why was that recommendation made? What does it mean in practice? Have we really addressed it? I chair this group for NSFT, but crucially I don't do it alone. I'm supported by members of the executive team and the improvement team, and crucially by people who actually use the services of NSFT. And we decide together whether the evidence is good enough. 1 year in, we can see all of this work translating to real tangible improvements to the services we provide to transform the lives of people living with mental health conditions across Norfolk and Suffolk. NSFT teams really understand their issues. They know what good looks like and what they need to do to get there. And they're determined to work together and with their people who use their services to really make those changes and embed them for the long term.
I have been involved with the Trust as somebody with lived experience. So I've been very, very impressed actually by the rigour of the evidence presented. So my suggestion was that before the evidence was presented, somebody with lived experience, such as myself, went into the provision or the service or the ward or perhaps chatted online and talked to the staff, the service users, and just made sure the evidence was accurate and rigorous. Because it's only by being absolutely certain that everything that is presented is right that we can really hope to transform the lives of the service users.
The work around using evidence assurance methodology in preparing for CQC, especially trying to do that assessment ourselves without waiting for regulators, is very important. Being ahead of the curve. So when we're doing that, we're answering the question, how do we know? We're creating exceptional care for our patients, and it's improving the experience of the patient because we are actually having that understanding and also having evidence to support our point of view. We're being proactive rather than reactive. Lastly, which really means a lot to me from a management point of view, we are working together. So preparing for CQC is not just a nursing thing. Everybody, clinical staff, non-clinical staff, they are all cited on the piece of work. And recently, actually, I had a comment from one of the charge nurses saying that by just doing this piece of work, she has learned a lot more than what she had done the 4 years she has been a nurse. We all know a happy staff is a happy patient, and when a patient is happy, it's better outcomes.
Your patients are the most important. They're what you do and why you do. So the more you put into those people, the more you get back, and then the more you get out of your patients. So those positive outcomes that you want and those positive steps that you need out of them to be able to get them through what they come in at as their lowest ebb to going out on their highest, and transforming their life from that point to that point so they can actually do that in their life, is why we do what we're doing. We can't do that without each other. That's how teamwork works. We are working very closely. It's made us come closer as a team, pulled in our roles, given us more knowledge. I mean, I found it really energising. I also have an even healthier understanding of how the admin team can support you in that, and we're still having conversations and meetings where we're pulling that together. All of this is essential for us together as a team and make sure our patients get the best care they can.
As we're moving along through the project, as well as learning a lot ourselves, we can see a great resource coming together that will help our clinical colleagues deliver exceptional and patient-focused care.
Today you caught the train, and if you just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, before COVID I caught the train to see Pink with my daughter, and she's another inspiration in my life. And to catch the train today was a big leap forward because I haven't done that for years, and I can't remember the last time I caught the train other than to see Pink. So how I was able to do that was quite a big milestone for me.